Welcome to MotoGP Mac. In today's video, we're going to talk about the sprint race that just happened for the Japanese Grand Prix at Motegi. Now, before we get into it, here's how it finished. Pecco Bagnaia won it from Alex Marquez, Pedro Acosta, Joan Mir, Franco Morbidelli, Fabio Quartararo, Luca Marini, Raul Fernandez, Aya Agurra, Alex Marquez, Fermin Aldegar, Brad Binder, Fabio Di Gianantonio, Taka Nakagami, Miguel Oliveira, Maverick Vinales, Samke Chantra, and Alex Rins was the last one across the line. Jack Miller crashed out. Johan Zarco retired to the pits. Ene Bastianini stopped on the side of the circuit. Marco Bezzecchi was taken out, and Jorge Martin was the cause of Bezzecchi being taken out at turn one, but some other riders also were impacted. I believe Miller and Rins were impacted. But anyway, once the race got underway, Pecco got a demon start, and let's be fair, it sounds very strange, but Pecco left everyone for dead in the sprint. At one stage, his lead was up to 3 seconds over Acosta, and you could see he was managing the race out there. And, you know, it's good to see Pecco back. Mark, it was a bit of a struggle, if I'm very honest. You could see he was struggling on the brakes, and it looked like the front of the bike was understeering at the middle of the corner. So definitely struggling to get past Joan Mir. But once he was past Mir, he built up a bit of steam, was able to come past Pedro Acosta fairly quickly. And, you know, he did close in on Pecco, but the other side of it, Pecco was realistically managing the gap. At that stage, it was towards the end. Never really going to pressure Pecco into a mistake, to be fair. Pedro Acosta, a really good solid race from him. Started fourth, up the third, running in second, looked quite comfortable, but looked like he ran out of tyre towards the end. Joan Mir, I think this is his best sprint race finish, but the Honda did look good in the shape that it was in. Yes, he had a really good qualifying, but you know, he was thereabouts all race long. And when you look at it realistically, he was less than a second off a podium. Franco Morbidelli, a bit of an anonymous race. Fabio Quartararo was kept honest all the way by Luca Marini. Raul Fernandez and Aya Agurra, again, very close to each other, but not being troubled by anyone else. Alex Marquez, a bit of a strange race for Alex when you look at it. Almost 12 seconds off in a 12-lap race. Just shows maybe that he's just not getting on with the circuit. Fermin Aldegar, a little bit behind him, not putting him under too much pressure. Brad Binder, the second of the KTMs, but when you look at it, he's 12 seconds behind or so. Pedro Acosta just shows the type of ride that Acosta did put in. Fabio Di Gianantonio, not a great day in the office, if I'm honest. Taka Nakagami, good ride from him as a test rider, remember. Miguel Oliveira, solid ride from Oliveira. Yeah, it's 15th, but again, there's a lot of lack of motivation there. Maverick Vinales, still not where you want him to be or where he wants to be, I think, fitness-wise, really, more than so than anything else. Samke Chantra, you know, look, if it wasn't for the first corner incidents, Samke would have been well last. So, but saying that, he was pretty close to Maverick Vinales. Alex Rins definitely impacted by the first turn incident with Martin. Miller as well, obviously. Look, he was impacted by it. Johan Zarco just pulled into the pits. Don't know exactly what's wrong, and the bike stopped for Ene Bastianini. I think there's going to be a big talking point in the Aprilia garage. You know, the cardinal sin was done that you took out your teammate. Now, looked like Martin outbraked himself, locked the front, and just skittled through. Unfortunately, Jorge Martin hit a number of riders, but Marco Bezzecchi did come off. I think Martin at the time was holding his wrist, so I'm not sure if there's an injury. It is being investigated after the race. Potential penalty there, I would think, for Jorge Martin, but not the start to Martin's pre-season ending that he was mentioning before the race. All in all, though, I thought it was a pretty good race. Wasn't boring, but wasn't over exciting either. Solid race is the way I would call it. Mark is definitely in pole position to claim his title, with Alex lingering down towards the edge of the top 10. So um, looks like it's going to be a victory for Mark, or a second place for Mark tomorrow. Of course, you would want to win the World Championship, wheeling across the line in first place. I think Pecco is going to have a lot to say about that, judging by the form that he is um, in in Japan. You know, pole position, sprint race win. Can he convert to a main race win tomorrow? But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What did you think of the sprint race in Motegi? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.